Hi, everyone. It's me, Dr. Goins, here live. And I'm doing this live. It wasn't exactly planned. In 13 days of video content, you kind of get to play around about what works for you in terms of your schedule, what works for you in terms of navigating all these new tech tools, but also, where my audience is and when. And so I am very excited to share our new Move that Mountain Mindset Monday, which is I can commit to other relationships outside of my students. This is a mindset that I didn't even know exist in my head, but I grew up watching examples on the Disney Teaching Awards and like following Ron Clark or um, loving movies like Freedom Fighters or Freedom Riders. And all of the teachers I saw on the screen who their stories were based off of true stories was there was always a relationship in the background that suffered, whether it was a marriage they couldn't feed into because they were giving so much of themselves to their students and their job, or just relationships they never had outside of their students and jobs. And so I remember a limiting mindset for me in terms of having a full life was that I wasn't allowed to have relationship, that there was always a risk that my job would take all my life. And so as a relationship-based educator, and the creator of relationship-based classroom management and a lover of social emotional learning and restorative practices and the newfound owner of Heart White Scholars Microschool, I can tell you that is such a myth. And so again, I'm going to introduce my strategy in terms of changing your self-care habits and moving that mountain mindset out of the way. So we're going to start with self. We're going to say the pain out loud and not suppress it. We're going to embrace empathy for others, before us, but also empathy for yourself. We're also going to listen to ourselves and learn how to socialize differently and to free ourselves to have fun in the process. So I'm going to say it again. It is such a myth that I am not allowed as a service leader and a working professional to have thriving relationships out of the classroom. I empathize with the other educators who believed the same thing before me, but sacrificed their life and career to kind of navigate new, strategies and new ways to connect with students that as a relationship-based educator, if I didn't have those examples, I would never think the type of teaching I do is possible to reach those who need it. So I empathize those who gave and sacrificed their time in life to show us the way. But it's 2025. And so there is no need to code switch to be an authentic educator anymore. And authentic educators are authentic humans. And anyone who doesn't feel the need to code switch in multiple groups or atmospheres can actually be in full relationship and be the same person that they show up with their husband and their students and the kids, their personal kids, and even the students' parents and the community and your church and your ministry. And really, that's by God's design. And so there is a unique individual and spirit living within you, and you were never meant to alter that in terms of situations or circumstances. Actually, you lose a sense of self in doing that. And when you lose your sense of self, you offer nothing to a relationship. So you can be full in a relationship if you're okay being yourself. I feel like it's such a Disney kind of takeaway, but that's the truth. And when we listen to ourselves that it's okay to be me, it's okay to show up how I can show up at the time. For instance, I don't have fancy videos. I have actually a fancy thumbnail because I pre-made that, but I don't have a fancy video with an intro today because I had a snow day with my kids, the first snow day with them in about 2 years. So I spent the day, I didn't do video content, pre-made video content, and I spent the day playing with them outside. While my husband has been on a long stretch and he had a really busy call day, and we adjust and navigate at home. And before I did this live, I made sure we had some time and a nice quality conversation before I committed to talking to you. I can have healthy relationships outside of my students and my work if I choose to, if I prioritize it. If I know that these people fill my bucket so that I can do the work, I'm going to invest in them because they invest in me. And it's okay to invest in relationships that invest in you because you can be stronger for your educational option and your students. And you inspire your students to be stronger for other people as well and themselves. So you learn how to socialize, you learn how to navigate being your authentic self and kind of finding those self-management and self-aware strategies that are going to kind of give you space in the communities that you want to integrate in. And then you just, have fun. And I'm going to go ahead and put it back. Free yourself. I knew how fun was F, but to free yourself also just means to give you permission. So again, our self strategy is to say the pain out loud, embrace empathy for others who come before you, but listen to yourself and learn how to socialize and integrate with this new mindset in mind, and then free yourselves to have fun with the process. So again, I'm so glad our new mindset exists, which is I can commit to other relationships outside my students. Have a wonderful Monday. I'll probably do a very bare bones video tomorrow as well for Do This, Not That Tuesday. Have a great day.